Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have
What's up, yo?
my husband here for a second episode of Sip and Talk.
Sip and Tuck?
I said Sip and Talk? Jesus Christ, Sip and Talk. Yes, the kids are asleep, so
we're enjoying ourselves tonight.
and we just finished Power.
I should spoil it for everyone, but I won't.
They do reaction videos.
Ghost eyes.
Oh, he's so stupid.
I guess today we wanted to talk about the good word for it. What's the proper word for it?
Fornication.
Fornication? No, I think that's a bad word for it. Intercourse. We want to speak about sex and the taboo behind sexual intercourse. Aspects of it that we don't like to talk about, the people that get uncomfortable when they come up, the people that are afraid to speak about certain things. I want to just go over the topic in general, not to be disgusting or anything, just, you know, give our opinion on sex.
I did not sleep with that.
I did not have sexual intercourse with that woman.
You remember when LimeWire? You would download a song and they would freaking, that's what came up. That shit is annoying. My husband and I definitely agree that we feel that people are afraid to talk about sex. Personal experience, I've been around couples who just feel uncomfortable to speak about their own sexual experience in that relationship currently or past, which I think it's stupid because this is normal. It's like eating and breathing, like we do this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's built into our DNA. I mean,
that's how we're here.
At the end of the day, that's, you know, the sole purpose of every animal and living being on this world is to reproduce. I mean, we as human beings, we just took it, just reproduce. It's the wine. You know, we have 2 kids, so I mean, safe to say we've fornicated, intercoursed, or whatever you want to call it. I think that everybody just, you know, needs to take a step back and look at their lives and realize, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I think we as adults just need to get over this boundary that's keeping us from enjoying sex. Like, I don't know how many times I can say it, I don't want to get you in trouble. Intercourse.
No, you won't get
Intercourse, course.
I definitely think that, like, once you become comfortable with your sexuality within, like, you don't even have to be in a relationship for it. Even like if as your single self, if you're comfortable with your sexuality and just sex itself, I feel like life becomes a little bit easier. Especially like if you have a family and you have children, you know, I'll give you guys an example. Growing up, if my mom or my sister was watching TV and I saw a couple kissing on TV, I automatically would close my eyes. Let me know if any of you guys do that, used to do that when you were younger in the comments below, but I would literally close my eyes because that was just so, like, it was built into me to not watch those things, like, from my mom and my sister, so I would automatically just do that.
Excuse me, I think that, my mom, she used to, you know, block us and stuff, but I don't think it was ever, you know, I mean, she knew at a certain point in our life we would be, you know, we would find out about these things. I think those who were sheltered from it, to a certain extent, go to one or 2 ways. They either become extreme freaks when they do figure it out, or they stay sheltered and they are not comfortable with their bodies, so they grow up to be these adults that we have in the center that aren't enjoying themselves to their full sexual capacity. Thus, you know, they complain or they're just not having great sex.
How old were you when you found out?
I'm not saying, I don't know about all that. I'm young, 8, I don't know. I mean, we figured it out. I mean, I was a wild boy, so I'm not gonna get. That's another episode.
I found out. Yeah, definitely. I found out about sex kind of late. I knew about kissing like around 7 and 8, but actual intercourse I found out maybe I was like 12, 11. By then I had already hit puberty, so I found out kind of late. And I remember having the menstrual talk with my mom, and she just made it so awkward for me. Like, she was just like.
Yeah.
She was just like, well, you know, now that you get your, you know, you can't be doing this, you know, because you know this is gonna happen, you know. And
well, that's because I'm pretty sure her mother had the most uncomfortable talk with her as
or
well.
No talk at
I feel
all.
like if our parents were more like, my mom was 100% open with me when it was time for that talk. Like, she kept it real. So I think that's why when I transitioned to that age when I was actually doing things, I was more comfortable with it. And then I feel like that's what made it a little bit more. I had a better experience with my situation I was coming across because I kind of knew things. I'm not saying like I knew everything, but I was comfortable with the idea of it. I think when you get through that barrier, in your younger ages, and sometimes look, your parents don't know how to approach it. My mom was just a different breed. I'm a 90s baby, so just imagine, we had Adina Howard and R. Kelly on the radio, so you know how that was. I'm sorry. My body doing stuff by itself.
But what he said is true. Like, I wish I had parents that made me more comfortable with the idea of sex because, excuse me, I grew up afraid of it. I grew up thinking that one time that you actually have sex is gonna get you pregnant, and now as an adult I know that it's not always that one time. I guess it depends on science and stuff like that, but I used to be yeah, it's a lot. Like, there's people who will get pregnant like this, and then there's the people who have to like plan this out, but I was afraid of sex at some point too because I was just afraid of getting pregnant. It helped because I didn't have a child at a young age, but I feel like the fear was not, like, it was stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It's not your fault. It's just things that, like I said, it's the taboo nature of everything. When you have people telling you, you have 100 people, we'll say 99 people telling you something is bad, and then that one person telling you, like, nah, it's actually pretty good. You're not gonna listen to that one person. Yeah, but it's you have people that teach you. They have churches that tell you sex is bad before marriage, and you're gonna go to hell. So there's just a whole, I don't know, is it a stigma you want to call it, or just there's like a mental block within a lot of people that they don't understand that before they get to that point where they're actually having sex, that it's not that big of a deal. As long as you take the right precautions and you're safe, you can have a lot of fun. You can have a lot of fun. Go ahead.
I definitely feel like out of 100% of the relationship, sex is like probably like 40% importance, or like maybe 30% importance. And I would only say this because, like, I feel like there's people who are in relationships currently and they will not be satisfied by their partner and they're not saying anything, or like they're...
Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand.
I don't get that at all.
I would say, just about 30-40%, because the rest is all about companionship and then, just feeling safe in your relationship. But I feel like if you're not getting what you need, it shouldn't be the make or break, but if it's not being talked about, we need to talk about it.
Right, like, for instance, if one is finishing before the other, like, something has to be talked about because that's not cool.
Hey, and sometimes it's okay because we be tired. So that's what happens. It was a late night, had a few too many drinks, and I'm sorry, but I catch you on the rebound. And that's how it has to be, though. We have to understand that we all have needs. Yeah. Sometimes this person's want something and you're not in the mood for that.
Definitely.
You understand? But when you love and care about somebody, genuinely you give in, And if they make you feel good, they make you feel good on the inside. But just make me feel good on my inside. You know what I'm saying? I just think that we need to talk about it earlier with our children. The schools need to start talking about it, and not how they had it back.
Yeah, no.
Your sex is bad, oh God.
And then they have these pictures of these half of a body organs, like.
Well, you gotta know about your sexual reproduction.
Yeah, no, but that shit mad weird. like the line, like everything is just so weird.
When I was younger, I didn't know how to pronounce ovaries.
You say
ovaries.
Ovaries.
Yeah, you see, it goes into the uterus.
Is that a penis? Penis?
Penis. That is a penis. But nah, I definitely think we gotta stop making sex an uncomfortable talk. You might say you just blurting your shit out at work. I had sex. No, that's not how it is. But I feel like we should be able to communicate better amongst ourselves, amongst our friends. Because some people, like, I have friends, we talk, that's all the fuck we talk about.
And you would be surprised that y'all have, like, similar interests.
Mutual situations, and yeah, exactly. We don't go into too much detail, but it's be like, yo, that be happening to me too. Yeah, that happened. Yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, they give you some tips. Listen to your friends. They might tell you something. Yo, try this out. This is gonna work. I feel like, you know, a lot of people just they're so afraid to just talk about it, and then it makes them uncomfortable, and I don't know why. I mean, like, nobody's saying to go into detail, but you know, shit, I don't know, me and Betty like to talk. Hey, so what happened? And then you did what?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. And then we're married, so I did the thing. That's not.
And I'm awkward like that though.
Mm-hmm.
And Mel's like, my husband is definitely awkward like that too.
Yeah, dead silence.
But we don't make people uncomfortable. No, yeah,
dead
like,
silence. When's the last time you had sex, guys?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do it like this.
Oh my god. What is that from?
SpongeBob?
No. Do it like this. Do it like
Chop.
this.
Chop. Oh yeah, let's just talk about masturbation too.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. Wait, what the fuck is the slap chop?
Slap chop?
Masturbation.
That's what I mean, slap chop.
Yeah,
women.
no.
This is a man coming from a man's point of view.
I need a refill.
I can't make you do anything if you can't do it yourself. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I mean, we'll use the proper terms. Orgasms. Don't come into a relationship with a guy when you never made yourself do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna help you if you can't help yourself?
How you gonna know what you like, what feels good if you don't try?
Exactly.
Yourself?
So how can you explain to somebody what you want if you don't even know what the hell you can't do it yourself? I think there's a certain level to. Let's stop. We gotta stop playing these games.
We should call this the red couch talk.
Red couch talk? Nah, I'm not trying to get sued by this.
I've definitely matured over the years, and I do not have any issues with my partner masturbating. Like that's like you have to learn how to pleasure yourself in order to pleasure somebody else at some point.
Then be happy they're not fucking doing that shit elsewhere. Like, you know what I mean?
Cheating.
I know women who they get mad at their men for doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And watching porn.
And vice versa. Like watching porn. Like,
why are you
that's
mad?
the way we're like. You should be happy.
Oh, look at that ass cheek.
Shit, you see niggas sitting on the couch and you know you was too tired, leave him alone. Yeah, let him slap chop in peace. You want to slap chop. Do it like this.
Do it like this. I cannot. Masturbation is normal. It's okay to be like, you know, to talk.
I mean, if he doing that shit all the time, then that's a problem. Like, he need to seek help.
Like, no.
Chafing. Y'all running out of lotion. All his socks is crispy. And if you notice,
or even with her, all you hear is wrong.
And if you notice that your electric bill is high, or all the batteries missing, you need to have a talk. Every time you go in the shower, the head is down. What's going on?
Exactly. Oh my god, I can't.
She taking 2-hour showers. You gotta have a talk, man. But then we need to just talk more. Communication is key to relationship, and I think that's like the first barrier that needs to get broken.
Yeah.
It's the sexual barrier. Once we get to talking, what?
No, I just remembered like the next thing I wanted to talk about is like kids and like finding your child like learning about themselves. If you get what I'm saying, I don't really have to explain it, but if you end up walking on if you ever end up walking on your child, you know, reaching that part of their journey,
slap chopping.
Slap chopping, exactly. Don't make it awkward for them, you know? Like, oh my god,
yeah, a few years ago there was a video circulating on Facebook where this guy, he caught his son doing that, and he called his son out about it. I hated that video because we all did that shit. He did it at a certain point, and I'm pretty sure I would never oust my son if I found him doing that. I would just be like, oh, my bad, bro. You doing that kind of wrong. You might want to slap chopping wrong. But hey, that's your thing. I'll learn to knock from now on. You know what I'm saying? I think if you have that conversation with your kids and you make them less uncomfortable about stuff, you kind of, you know, lower the level of psychopathic shit that might be going on later on in life.
Like, I don't want my kids to think of me as a best friend or like that kind of like friend thing. I still want the respect and the authority, but I also want them to be able to talk to me about
exactly.
Something. And like, you see the relationship that Tyreek has with Tasha now?
To a certain, you going to shit. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm spoiling it.
I don't know if I'm watching or not. But yeah, I think if you have a better relationship with your child and they're able to come to you about things,
trust, yeah,
you know, they trust you enough to talk to you about certain things. I feel like they will grow up to be better human beings altogether. And I think if we all took that time to have these kind of talks with our kids and let them know that these are natural feelings and natural things that they're feeling, because some people they make their kids uncomfortable just because they, you know, they break it down. They make it something that you know. Oh, you
imagine, imagine you have one of those parents that will go back and call their friend and be like, "Guess what Johnny just did?
Johnny was slap chopping in the good sheets."
Like, oh my
Little
god,
Johnny was slap chopping.
Johnny is scarred for life,
and he kept slap chopping. I left the room. I heard him
be out
slap
there road
chopping.
dogging everybody.
Don't do that and then come home and kiss your husband
You know
or
what I'm
wife.
saying?
Like, that's messed up.
We're calm. They cheap as hell.
Yeah.
The pull out mouth kind of works, but still, you wear. Oh, if you feeling that you need to go cheat on wife, go home and slap chop. Then think about it again. If you don't want to, you slap chop a few times, you be alright. It's that easy.
Don't be afraid to ask the person that you're freshly dating their history. You need to know their history, because I don't think people just come up to somebody that they're dating for 2 months or a month and be like, yo, you got AIDS? Like, you know, it don't work like that. You know, like, so, you know, I don't think people do that.
Hi, I just got tested for chlamydia and it came out negative.
Yeah.
My name's Jonathan. It's nice to meet you.
Like, you know, it's okay to ask their history and to be like, you know, if you want them to get tested, it's okay to ask. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather ask than to put my life at risk.
And if they do refuse to do so, that's not the person for you at the end of the day. I think when it comes to this generation, we are definitely more amorous than previous generations. Well, maybe it's because social media puts a spotlight on it. Because, you know, we know about the old woman that was messing with the milkman when her husband was at work. You know, so it's not like this ain't nothing new. But at the end of the day, because we have more knowledge about things, and you know, and it's more acceptable to be a, you know, Tatiana or whatever the hell y'all be talking about, or you know, guys be F-boys and all this other stuff. Like, I'm not saying it's acceptable, but we talk about it a lot. I feel like we should definitely be taking better care of ourselves in that aspect. You know, you had a one-night stand, go get tested, please. You know, I think that's the biggest thing, because
it's illegal to spread AIDS, so yeah.
Be safe. You don't want to get pregnant? Use a condom. You don't want to get your birth control. You don't want to get pregnant? You don't want to catch STD? Use a condom. Shit.
Oh, I remember that.
Stop having one-night stands.
Like, if you're one of those people that's into like weird fetishes and stuff, like definitely find out first if your partner's okay with that. Like,
yeah, you can't.
If you like to suck toes.
You can't just pull out the ball gag on a nigga.
Exactly. Like, if you like to suck toes, you like bondage, or if you like, you know, like hanging people from the ceilings, you have to at least talk about it. You have to talk about it with your partner first. Don't expect them to be okay with that. Yeah.
If you're into, what is it called, furries or stuff like that, that shit gotta be, that's a first date conversation. Right.
These are things that if you
right
get
after
it
you
off
order,
your chest,
right to the main course, you order dessert. So I'm into furries. I like anime pillows.
Yeah, like the guy that I saw that was doing it with mannequins. Like, you know, people are weird.
You keep kicking the thing.
But yeah,
I'm tipsy.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Episode 3, Return of the Rasta.
If you guys want to hear us talk about other topics, leave it down in the comments below.
Also, if you guys want to see me some more, let me know. I mean, this is new for me. I'm actually enjoying myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Support Betty on with everything. I appreciate everybody. She shows me everything, so I appreciate everybody. Tell your friends to subscribe. I love this shit. I love that she does it, and hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, peace.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
Like it.
Oh, I got want me to do my hood shit again? Want me to do the Brooklyn nigga? Alright, niggas, you know what it is. It's your boy. Almost dropped. Almost left to 40. Almost dropped to 40. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button. Share it too. Share it
with your friends and
share
family.
It. Come on, man.
There's not that many sip and talk videos out there, so definitely, or at least couple wise. It's
black
usually
couples.
like friends.
Real
yeah.
black couples.
Word.
Not two models.
What is this?
Not two models. Alright, y'all. Peace.